What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Radar Detector. This is episode number 2. We're going to be talking about my favorite new punk rock releases, and we're going to kick it off with friends of the channel all the way from Sweden. This is Tear Them Down and their new record, Dystopian Beats. And these guys play a fast, aggressive style of punk rock that almost reminds me of 90s New York hardcore, but there's like definitely parts on here where it's more melodic. And for me, that's important. I gravitate more towards punk and ska because I'm a sucker for that big chorus, but these guys actually fill that need while mixing it up with hardcore. 1 minute you'll be windmilling in the pit, the next minute you're singing along to this big catchy chorus. It is a tricky line to tiptoe, but Tear It Down just does it really well. And if you like it, you can grab this sweet vinyl killer t-shirt straight from the band. It's limited to 100 copies, so if you like the clip I'm gonna play, make sure and go pick this up, support these guys. Great band, great people. The song we're going to play is called Wasting. It's an official music video, so make sure and let me know down below what you think of the song, what you think of Tear Them Down. Here we go.
I've been talking to demons again, and they all keep on laughing at my wit. My old friend, I'm tired of wasting away. Escape from the pain. I'm wasting away.
All right, so album number 2 is going to be the most recommended album I've had to me since I started the Instagram account a couple years ago. This is No Pressure's self-titled debut LP. And if you don't know, this is the Story So Far singer, Parker Cannon. This is his side project. And they have like little to no online presence whatsoever. And I'm pretty sure that's intentional. And I find that pretty cool. I mean, granted, the Story So Far is big enough where they don't really need that much presence, but it's still cool to have like this kind of underground band that's really gotten to the heights that they have. And honestly, I know I'm going to get shit for this, but I think this blows every Story So Far album out of the water. Maybe Under Soil and Dirt is close, but this is just a hell of a pop punk record. I would describe it sonically as a faster version of the Blink-182 Untitled, of like a much faster version. And maybe even like Catalyst era Newfound Glory. But I want to say, like, I'm always skeptical when there's hugely popular pop punk bands just come out of the blue. Like, I'm usually not into like the mainstream pop punk bands, but this is just like a fun, straightforward early 2000s style pop punk record. No frills, no fluff, just catchy as hell. If you haven't heard it, I'm going to play a clip of my personal favorite song on the album, which is One Way Trip. But I definitely recommend you check this album out. If you like it, go pick it up here from Bandcamp. It's $10. Let me know what you think. Like I said, this is One Way Trip.
Can't look back on a one-way trip and know you're sure of where you're gonna go. Can't go back for the things I miss, and that means full price to where I need to go. I think everyone you tell isn't buying what you sell, and it's fucking up what you want.
All right, up next is Paperback Tragedy with their new album, Threesh. And these guys are from Baltimore, Maryland, and they play a skate-tinged style of pop punk that I think a really good comparison for would be 10 Foot Pole. That's what I kept hearing when I was listening to this record. And these guys are not a new band. They've been around since 2006, according to the Bandcamp. And you can kind of hear that. Like, this does not sound like a first album. It takes cues from like the 90s school of skate punk, but leans a lot on the pop sensibilities of the early 2000s. And I think a lot of that you're going to hear in the song I'm going to play, which is Wishing Stars. This is the second single off of the album. And if you like it, you could pick up the record straight from Bandcamp, or you can head over to friends of the channel, Allegedly Records, and grab it from here. And guys, let me know what you think down below. This is going to be Wishing Stars by Paperback Tragedy.
Maybe all our pain will just go up in flames, burning till we can feel it. We can dream if we can hope. There's wishing stars outside our window.
All right, up next, we've got Breaklights from Austin, Texas, and their new album, Wind Down. This came out in June, I believe, on Wiretap Records. And this is another one of my favorite albums of the year. I just hear so many bands that I love mixed into their sound. I could hear a little bit of Bracket, Face to Face, Body Jar, even a little bit of Pickle Dick, who's going to be on an upcoming Off the Radar episode, by the way. Basically, this is just an incredibly catchy melodic pop punk album that captures a lot of that early tooth and nail kung fu record sound. And I just think this is one of those albums that came out at the perfect time. It's just one of those that screams windows down, summer road trip soundtrack. And 65 is probably my favorite track on here, but I really want to play a clip of the video for When You Talk because I think the video is awesome. If you guys like it, definitely head over to their Bandcamp. That's a really cool color vinyl they've got. You can pick it up straight from the band, or you can grab it here from Wiretap Records. Again, the song I'm going to play is called When You Talk, but definitely go and check out the song 65. Check out the rest of the album. It's one of my favorites of the year. I really think you're going to like it. But here we go. Let me know what you think of the video.
But I was probably only talking to myself. Now this is making all the same. It's saying we should learn to change. And I don't know why when you talk you're telling lies.
All right, final album of the day is by One of Us. It's their self-titled EP, Volume 1. And if the last one I played was a Windows Down summer soundtrack record, this EP is a headphones on rock album just because it sounds so freaking good. The guitars are so thick. The production is fantastic. I just feel like you're almost cheating yourself if the first time you hear this is through computer speakers. And I got to say, these guys were recommended to me by the Punk Show's Winnipeg Instagram account, and I owe those guys big time because this just hits to me like the Our Darkest Days record last year, and I definitely hear a little bit of newer Propaganda on here. Just fast, super fast, metallic riffs, thunderous drums. Like if you like more technical sounding skate punk, this record is going to blow you away. And I'm going to play a clip of my personal favorite song on the record, Sometimes Relief. If you like it, just go find these guys. I don't know if this is on physical release anywhere, but just go stream it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you stream. Support these guys. Give them a follow on Instagram. I personally would love to hear more from these guys. I hope this is volume 1 of many. And like I said, the song's going to be Sometimes Relief, final album of the day. Let me know what you think down below. Here we go.
My child, tread softly. For them, in time will say now.
All right, so that's going to wrap up episode number 2 of Radar Detector. If you liked it, make sure and leave a thumbs up down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And if you really liked it, we've got shirts for sale. I'm going to run $10 clearance on a couple designs next week, so keep an eye out for that. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Punk Rock Radar, and that's going to wrap us up for today.